Hi! Welcome to iLearn Tutorials. Our lesson for today is all about divisibility rules for 4, 8, 11, and 12. Let's start with divisibility rule for 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the last two digits are divisible by 4. So we need to check kung ano ba yung last two digits and then i-divide natin siya by 4. Ngayon, kung walang remainder, that means divisible siya by 4. Pero kapag may remainder, ibig sabihin hindi siya divisible by 4. Also, a number ending with 2 zeros is always divisible by 4. So, tatandaan natin na kapag dalawang 0 ang huling digits ng isang number, that is automatically divisible by 4. For example, is 812 divisible by 4? Check natin ano ba yung last two digits. Ang last two digits ay 12. So let's divide the last two digits by 4. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Since walang remainder, ibig sabihin 12 is divisible by 4. Therefore, 812 is divisible by 4. Next is 6,800 divisible by 4? Okay, so katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, kapag ang last two digits ay dalawang zeros, that is automatically divisible by 4. So therefore, 6,800 is divisible by 4 because it ends with two zeros. Another one is 594 divisible by 4. Okay, so the last two digits are 9 and 4. So we're going to divide the last two digits by 4. We have 94 divided by 4 equals 23, remainder 2. So dahil may remainder, of course, ibig sabihin, ang 94 ay hindi divisible by 4. So therefore, the given number, which is 594, is not divisible by 4. Now let's proceed with the divisibility rule for 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the last three digits are divisible by 8. So pareho lang sila halos ng divisibility rule for 4. Ang difference lang nila, yung last three digits naman ang titingnan natin. So yung last three digits will be divided by 8 at kapag walang remainder, ibig sabihin divisible siya by 8 at kapag may remainder naman, that means hindi siya divisible by 8. Also, a number ending with 3 zeros is always divisible by 8. So kung yung 4 kanina, dalawang zeros, ngayon naman pagdating sa 8, 3 zeros naman dapat to be considered as divisible by 8. Let's have some examples. Is 12,184 divisible by 8? Now, i-divide natin ang last three digits by 8. So we have 184 divided by 8 equals 23. Now, dahil walang remainder ang ating quotient, that means 184 is divisible by 8. And of course, the given number, which is 12,184, is divisible by 8. Is 85,000 divisible by 8? Okay, so ang ating last three digits ay puro zeros. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, kapag tatlong zeros ang last three digits, that is automatically divisible by 8. So therefore, yes, because it ends with 3 zeros. Is 1,458 divisible by 8? Okay, so let's divide the last three digits by 8. 458 divided by 8 equals 57 remainder 2. So dahil may remainder, 458 is not divisible by 8. And of course, 1458 is not divisible by 8. Now let's have the divisibility rule for 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sum of the digits in the odd places and the sum of those in the even places is 0 or 11. So this time, we're going to add the digits alternately. And then yung magiging sum nila, isa-subtract natin. Kapag ang difference ay 0 or 11, ibig sabihin, divisible by 11 yung given number. Ngayon, kung hindi 0 or 11 yung difference, hindi divisible by 11 yung given number. Let's have some examples para mas clear. Is 5,830 divisible by 11? So, ang first step natin, we're going to add the alternate digits. So, mag-start tayo sa 5 plus 3. So, alternate siya 5, skip natin yung 8, and then yung 3 ang i-add natin sa 5. So, 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then, kasunod naman nun, yung mga digits na hindi natin i-add kanina, sila naman yung i-add natin this time. So, 8 plus 0. So, as you can see, alternate yung pag-a-add natin ng digits. Step 2, subtract the sum. So, ang sum natin ay 8 and 8. So, 8 minus 8 equals 0. Now, since ang difference ay 0, that means 5,830 is divisible by 11. Is 191 divisible by 11? Okay, so let's add the alternate digits. Let's start with 1 plus 1 equals 2. And then, yung 9, wala na tayong i-add sa kanya since mag-isa na lang naman siyang digit. Ngayon, let's subtract the sum. 9 minus 2 equals 7. So, as you can see, mas inuna natin yung mas malaking sum bago isa-subtract natin yung mas maliit na sum para hindi mag-negative yung number natin. So, ang difference between 9 and 2 is 7. So, dahil hindi 0 at 11, that means 191 is not divisible by 11. Next is 623,381 divisible by 11. Okay, let's add all the alternate digits. So we have 6 plus 3 plus 8 equals 17. So as you can see, alternate yung ating mga ina-add. And then next one, 2 plus 3 plus 1 equals 6. Ngayon naman, isubtract natin. 17 minus 6 equals 11. Dahil 11 ang ating difference, therefore, it is divisible by 11. Now, for the last divisibility rule, we have divisibility rule for 12. A number is divisible by 12 if it is divisible by both 3 and 4. So, 3 and 4 siya because those numbers are factors of 12. At kasi diba, 3 times 4 equals 12. So, we're going to check 2 divisibility rules. I suggest, unahin ninyong i-check kung divisible ba ang given number by 4 dahil magdi-divide lang naman kayo ng last 2 digits by 4, unlike 3. So, paano nga ba natin malalaman kung ang isang number ay divisible by 3? What are you going to do? Okay, so you need to add all the digits and then divide the sum by 3. At kung divisible yung sum by 3, the given number is also divisible by 3. Examples, is 384 divisible by 12? Okay, so i-check natin ang last 2 digits kung divisible ba siya by 4. 84 divided by 4 equals 21. Since walang remainder, therefore 84 is divisible by 4. So that means 384 is divisible by 4. Now this time, i-check naman natin kung divisible ba siya by 3. Let's add all the digits and divide by 3. 3 plus 8 plus 4 equals 15. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Since walang remainder, therefore, it is divisible by 3. Since parehong divisible by 4 and 3 ang 384, that means it is also divisible by 12. Is 27,177 divisible by 12? Okay, so i-check muna natin ang last two digits kung divisible ba siya by 4. 77 divided by 4 equals 19, remainder 1. So dahil may remainder, ibig sabihin 77 is not divisible by 4 and 27,177 is not divisible by 4. So dahil hindi siya divisible by 4, hindi na natin kailangan i-check kung divisible ba siya by 3. So therefore, 27,177 is not divisible by 12. Now let's have some activities para ma-check natin kung may natutunan ba kayo. I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen. First activity, identify the number being described by the given divisibility rule. I will give you 5 seconds to answer each number. Number 1, the difference of the sum of the digits in the odd places and the sum of those in the even places is 0 or 11. Number 2, the last two digits are divisible by 4. Number 3, a number ending with 3 zeros. Number 4, divisible by both 3 and 4. Number 5, the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. And number 6, a number ending with 2 zeros. Okay, now let's check. Number 1, the answer is 11. For number 2, the answer is 4. Number 3, it's 8. Number 4, 12. Number 5, 8. And number 6, 4. What's your score? Very good. For the next activity, identify if the numbers are divisible by the given number. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer each given. For the first given, can 266 be divided by 12? Can 1,000 be divided by 4? Can 671 be divided by 11? Then 54,018 we divided by 8. Can 11,759 be divided by 11? Can 7,152 be divided by 12? Let's check. For number 1, the answer is no. Next, it's a yes. Number 3, it's a yes as well. Number 4, no. Number 5, yes. And number 6, yes. How many points did you get? Good job! Last activity, circle the number if it is divisible by the given number. I'm going to give you 90 seconds to answer each number. First one, 484. Next, 2,176. Last, 2,904. Let us check. For 484, it is divisible by 4 and 11. For 2,176, it is divisible by 4 and 8. And for 2,904, it is divisible by 4, 8, 11, and 12. Okay, so what is your score? Good job! If a number is divisible by 8, it is automatically divisible by 4. If a number is divisible by 12, it is automatically divisible by 4. So, mapapansin nyo doon sa last activity natin, kapag yung given number ay divisible by 8 or divisible by 12, divisible din siya by 4. Why do you think so? It's because 4 is one of the factors of 8 and 12. So that's all for the divisibility rules for 4, 8, 11, and 12. Thank you for watching. See you on our next lesson. Bye!